you ever listen to the music you're telling me not to play?
The James Mangold film, A Complete Unknown, tells the story of the early years of enigmatic musician Bob Dylan, and we're recapping it in 3 minutes or less. Be warned, major spoilers follow. The film opens in 1961, and a 19-year-old Bob Dylan travels to New York City. He goes to a hospital to visit his idol, folk singer Woody Guthrie, who is in poor health. When he arrives, he finds Pete Seeger singing to him, and he invites Bob to join them and sing a song. Pete takes Bob home with him as he has nowhere to go. He begins playing local clubs where he meets Joan Baez. Bob is signed by CBS Records and soon after meets artist Sylvie Russo. Their relationship has problems, however, as he refuses to open up to her. While she is out of town, he reconnects with Joan Baez and they spend the night together.
Bobby Dylan, come here, you.
When his album is released, he begins playing festivals with Joan, and his fame rises. He begins corresponding with Johnny Cash by letter, and in 1964, they meet at the Newport Folk Festival. By 1965, Bob is a huge star, recognized on the street and invited to high society parties in New York City. He resents fame, however, and brushes off anyone who wants to hear him sing. He runs into musician Bobby Newworth, and later goes to a nightclub where he's performing. He gets into a fight and punched, and goes to Sylvie's apartment to clean up, even though they have broken up. Bob begins work on his next album, which moves away from folk music and toward electric music, which upsets his label and fans. He begins working with Newworth. He becomes more unreliable, including arriving late to Pete Seeger's live television show. He also becomes more difficult, and when he is touring with Joan, he storms off the stage mid-performance when he doesn't want to play a song. The film's finale is set around the 1965 Newport Folk Festival. Bob convinces Sylvie to go with him to the festival. After he arrives, however, she is upset over his obvious feelings for Joan, and she leaves. Joan is also upset with him for his diva behavior.
You're Judas!
I don't believe you.
Pete and festival organizers are upset that Bob plans to play an electric set, contrary to traditional folk music. The performance angers the crowd, and Pete nearly stops the performance. Bob sings like a Rolling Stone for the first time, which is well received. Johnny Cash convinces him to do an acoustic folk encore and wins back the crowd. The next morning, he says goodbye to Joan and leaves the festival. Bob goes to visit Woody Guthrie in the hospital once more as the film ends. And that's our recap of A Complete Unknown. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you never miss a video, and thanks for watching.